Sabi siya na they have already identified kung sino yun. Di ba? Meron, it was the previous, meron na siyang previous interview that he said that they have already identified kung sino yung tinukoy ni VP Inday Sara na assassin. Tapos yun na nga, yung interview niya, paglabas niya yun sa elevator pinagkaguluhan siya ng mga, ng mga media. So, yun yung, handa na itong, inciting to sedition. And he was even asked ng isang media na, pwede bang kasuhan ng isang sitting vice president ng criminal case or any other case? Tapos ang sinagot niya, oo, kasi nangyari na nga yan nung sitting president si Jojo Binay. But Jojo Binay was not a subject of an impeachment at the time na he was vice president, but the case actually was not when he was vice president. It was a case na involving him when he was still mayor. Magkaiba yun Kaya Attorney Luna, ikaw at Attorney Yvette, tanungin ko kayo dito, kasi di ba, yung kaso ni VP Binay at that time na he was sitting vice president kung saan kinasuhan siya, hindi ito issue when he was vice president. He was mayor then. At he was not subject to an impeachment complaint. Etong kay VP Sara ngayon, 2 taon na nilang pilit na ini-impeach, nagbalik-balik na yung kanilang papel, di ba? Ngayon, pinipilit pa rin nila at sinasabayan nila ngayon itong kaso ng and yun na nga, meron na daw silang identified. Ang tagal na nung sinasabi nila, hanggang ngayon, wala naman silang nilalabas o pinapa-interview man lamang, di ba? Kung totoo yun, dapat kasama sa witnesses doon sa impeachment. Dahil identified nila, not only the threat, but they have already identified. Ngayon, ito naman yung sinasabi ni aside from saying na meron na silang identified na nila yung person, ngayon naman, pending ng warrant of arrest. So,
Astra, meron pa bang naniniwala kay Attorney Matibag? Kasi yung sinasabi niya is contradicted by his own men, especially si Attorney Lotto. Sinabi niya wala naman silang na-zero in na alleged assassin or hitman. Inamin na niya sa proceeding for the boss to say na meron, silang dalawa maglalaban ngayon. And no court will believe that. Kasi ang nag-imbestiga, hindi naman si Attorney Matibag It was Attorney Lotto, the former chief of the cybercrime division of the NBI. At saka later on si Kalilong, di ba? Wala naman personal knowledge or privacy si Attorney Matibag dyan Yung kanya chismis lang yan We know that he is a political operator, kaya siguro yun ang language niya. Now, in the case of Senator, of VP Binay and VP Sara ngayon, walang problema dyan Iba yung situation ng dalawa. Yung kay VP Binay, totoo yun, when he was mayor, nagkaroon ng issue. Tapos nagkaroon ng investigation sa Senate, Tapos, later on, nagkaroon siya ng kaso. He was no longer vice president din, yung nagkaso sa Sandigan. Kasi pag impeachable officer ka, hindi pwedeng arestuhin ang isang impeachable officer Bawal yan sa konstitusyon. So, it happened after his incumbency. In the case of VP Sara, there's no danger na maaresto siya. Hindi siya maaresto. Kasi bawal yan sa konstitusyon. Anybody who does that will find himself in trouble. And no enforcer will follow an order that is unconstitutional and illegal. Hindi mo pwedeng arestuin si VP Sara. And all her security will protect her because illegal yan. Hindi mo masabi na, dahil meron siyang PSC, natural, i-protect yung security niya because it's a national security matter when you try to arrest a vice president. Can you imagine that? The second highest official of the land. So hindi mangyayari yan just to disabuse the minds of some people. Ang ginagawa ni Attorney Matibag is more of a political drama na hindi niya masubstantiate in evidence. Klaro yan. Kahit ipaupo mo pa siya doon, baka magkakamali siya. You know, kahit lawyer kami even lawyers, we are mortals. We are prone to errors. Don't think na lawyers ay super brilliant, hindi nagkakamali, that's foolishness. In fact, mas mabuti pa ang witness nagkakamali because that's a badge of truth. Pag nagkakamali. Yung perfect, yun ang i-question nyo. Kasi most likely, baka coach yan or a professional witness. Sa experience ko bilang trial lawyer for so many decades, nakita ko yan eh. May mga witnesses na professional witnesses, but they are false witnesses. Halos hindi nagkakamali. Yan pala, minimemorize nila yung sinabi ng kanilang mga lawyers. And then during the cross-examination, doon sila bumabaksak. So you see, yung sinasabi sa media or social media ni Matibag, it's not evidence, it's his opinion. I don't know if he can substantiate that those impeachment trial, which I doubt.
Mr. Jaime Santiago pa yung NBI director nung nangyari yun.
Former
So,
judge Santiago.
nagtataka nga ako ba't siya nag-resign eh. Ano kayang reason? Hi po, Director Jaime Santiago. Sana makapagsalita kayo tungkol sa mga pangyayaring ito.
Si dating NBI director, Santiago, is a former judge. Matino po yun. Matino po yun. So, malayong malayo, si Attorney Matibag, kay former judge, director, Santiago.
Kaya nga nag-resign.
Pero I guess on a personal note, yung nasabi nga ni Attorney Manny Luna, na it pains, on my part, being a taxpayer, na nagpapasweldo tayo sa ganyang mga government officials na hindi naman tama yung pronouncement. Totoo, as lawyers, we are also mortals, nagkakamali. But there is a certain, there is a higher standard once you serve government,
Yes.
no? That you have to be circumspect whenever you make public pronouncements. Katulad niyan, anytime pwedeng arestuhin na si VP Sara for inciting to sedition, and then here comes a lawyer telling the public na nabagyan sa Constitution kasi impeachable officer yan, hindi mo pwedeng arestuhin, no? So it pains, on my part as a taxpayer hearing, government officials speaking that way. But balik ulit tayo, Attorney Luna, dito sa impeachment. NBI, is an investigative body. If they have the evidence, they bring it to the DOJ, para maumpisan yung preliminary investigation, and if warranted, evidence has reasonable conviction, they file it in court. And then at the same time, hindi pa naman convicted yung tao. And then you tie it now with this impeachment na sinasabi na yung acts constituting betrayal of public trust or commission of high crimes na-establish na dito pa lang sa NBI. How do you view this po in terms of using these proceedings po to impeach this official?
Masyado na ba authority to conclude that? We cannot conclude that because only a judicial authority can do that. Secondly, if you look at the Constitution, Article 11 of the 1987 Constitution, meron tayong listahan ng mga krimen, which are of the same or similar degree in terms of seriousness for impeachment purposes. Treason, bribery, graft and corruption, or other high crimes. Nakalista ba doon ang grave threats? Hindi, no? Grave threats is not an impeachable offense. Hindi siya impeachable offense. What more, a conditional threat. So, yung sinasabi ng NBI na ganyang naratibo na napatunayan na nila or ng prosecution, masyado namang malayo sa katotohanan. Aside from the fact na hindi siya of the same category or degree of seriousness na impeachable offenses like treason, graft and corruption, bribery, or other high crimes. Wala talaga siya doon. Hindi siya pwedeng mag-fall doon sa betrayal of public trust. Why? Because ang betrayal of public trust cannot be anchored on nothing. Dapat meron siyang standard na sinusunod. Di ba? Kasi kahit catch-all phrase siya, hindi ibig sabihin kahit jaywalking will be impeachable. Ha? Otherwise, kahit anong na lang klaseng krimen, pwede pala, impeachable na siya. Hindi naman ganon. Kasi ang standard ng Constitution and constitutionalism is such that medyo mataas yung kanyang dapat yung reading natin sa kanya hindi newspaper when we read the newspaper. Miriam has cautioned us, constitutionalism or constitutional law is not like reading a newspaper. So, ang ginagawa ng NBI at ng lower house ay parang ginagawa tayong bobo na parang nagbabasa lang sila ng newspaper at sasabihin na grave threats ay impeachable. Eh, what stops the court from considering jaywalking as an impeachable offense? Yan ang challenge ko sa kanila. Oh, di ba? Walang ganon. It's foul. Eh, masyado naman silang desperado dahil hindi nila mapatunayan yung kanilang mga alegasyon, sinasabi nila yan. But, you know, the impeachment court judges, the senators cannot be deceived. Walang majority or minority when it comes to the rule of law. Hindi pwedeng baguhin yan just because sasabihin na minority sila, majority papabor na. No, hindi naman. Kasi masisira naman ang reputasyon ng mga good senator judges. Can you imagine kahit ano na lang sasabihin ng NBI or ng lowest house, impeachable na. Parang ginagawa tayong dito, mga bobo or tanga. Hindi tanga ang mga Pilipino, hindi tanga ang senator judges. Yung mga nilelabel nila sa mga senator judges na minsan ay below the belt. You know, hindi lahat yan totoo Kasi ginagamit ang media Kaya sabi ko, ginagamit ang source of chismis ang impeachment trial. I'm used to that kasi sa dalawang impeachment trials that I have attended, particularly sa Corona, ginagamit nila yan. Pero, you know, hindi naman bobo ang lahat ng senator judges na basta na lang maniwala na ganun yan. In fact, maraming kaso ang dinala ni late Chief Justice Corona sa Korte Suprema asking for a temporary restraining order dahil doon sa mga pagbukas ng mga bank accounts, etc. etc. Kinwestiyon yan. So, it's not as easy as it is. Kung sa tingin nila ay parang PTA lamang ang impeachment court, nagkakamali sila.